Want to create cool transitions but don't know where to start? In this video today, I'm going to show you some easy transitions that you can do in After Effects. So the first one is a zoom transition. So I have two footage here and I have it as a clean cut there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the end of this second footage by hitting O, and I'm going to hit Shift Page Up to move 10 frames backwards. I'm going to hit S for my scale. I'm going to create a keyframe there, and I'm going to move 20 frames forward by hitting Shift Page Down. I'm going to create another keyframe there. And I'm just going to bring up the scale in the second keyframe, and then I'm going to parent my second layer here to my first layer. So this is how it looks so far. So obviously that doesn't look very good. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to adjust the keyframes. So I'm going to use Copy Ease by AEjuice by hitting Shift F. So once you download your Copy Ease by AEjuice, all you need to do is to hit Shift F and then it'll bring up this tools. And I'm going to select this Ease Middle 0 frame, and basically I'm just going to double click on it. So that keyframe, basically if we go to Graph Editor, it will look like that. So it basically kind of like slow at the start and then it ramps up in the middle and slows down again at the end. So that's why we need the second footage to be exactly in the middle. When the scale moves really fast, it kind of like changed to the second footage. So let's have a look again. So that feels a bit better, but if you go to about here, as you can see, there's gaps in the composition and we want to fill that up. So we'll add motion tile onto the second layer, and basically just want to adjust the output width and output height. And I'm gonna take the mirror edges. So now it should look a bit better. And you can also add a motion blur by activating this icons here and then making sure that this icon is also enabled. So it has a bit of motion blur and it just makes the transition feels a bit more smoother. The next one is swipe transition. Similar to the zoom transition, except we're using position animation in this case. Go to the start of your second layer by hitting I, and then move backwards 10 frames by hitting Shift Page Up, and then on your second layer, create a keyframe, move forward by 20 frames, and then create another keyframe. So it's exactly the same thing that we did previously. And then basically, I want you to pair the second layer to the first layer, and then basically we want the first layer to kind of like swipes to the left. So go to the second layer and just move your footage all the way to the left. And obviously once we do that, the second layer also follows it. So what you want to do actually is to select the second layer, not the first layer, the second layer, and then bring it back to the middle like that. So now it kind of like swipes like that. And obviously there's a bit of gap there. So what you want to do is to extend this layer and just make sure that there's no black gap again. And then the same thing, we're going to select all of these keyframes, hit Shift F, and select the exact ease again by double clicking on it. And then I'm also going to enable the motion blur just to make it look a bit smoother. Before we continue, I want to share Envato Elements with you. I do a lot of collage animation and often have to use stock footage for my motion graphics. So it's so helpful to have access to a library that has everything I need, like Envato Elements. And it's not just stock photos and videos. They have textures, fonts, music, and even sound effects. They even have some character designs. I wasn't kidding when I said it has everything I need. Comparing this to some other platforms, the price is really good. Especially this is an all-in-one package. Click the link in the description below to subscribe now. Now we'll move on to a slightly bit more advanced, although it's still easy. So now we're gonna do a swipe mask transition. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna pre-comp this second layer and I'm gonna leave everything as is. I'm just gonna type in woman run for this one. And then I'm gonna just change the color of this layer. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go inside that pre-comp. Go to the composition settings by hitting Ctrl K. My width at the moment is 3800, so I'm just gonna add that up to say 8000. And I'm gonna add a motion tile here and just adjust the output width and select mirror edges. Now let's go back to the main comp. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna select this rectangle tool and then create a mask on this second layer. And then I'm gonna hit J and hold Alt and then drag your cursor onto this vertex in the corner here and then just move it to the side. So it has that kind of slanted shape. Now I'm just gonna animate the position of this pre-comp. So hit P and then create a keyframe, move about 20 frames forward, create another keyframe, and then go back to the first keyframe and then basically just move that to the left. out of frame. And I'm going to select all of the keyframes again, hit Shift F. And then instead of choosing this one, now I'm going to choose this ease in 04. And sometimes it doesn't paste it straight away. So once you select that, you want to hit Shift V to paste the shape of the ease. And then we'll go to Graph Editor to check how it looks. So it basically just kind of ramps up at the start and ramps down at the end. So at the moment, it'll look like this. Now to give it a bit more flavor to it, I'm going to duplicate this second layer by hitting Ctrl D twice. And I'm going to move each of this layer about 10 frames ahead. Actually, I'm just going to move this a bit closer to each other. So that's how it looks at the moment. But I just want to make sure that all of the tree footage has slightly different color. So for the first layer, I'm going to add hue and saturation and just bring the mustard saturation all the way to the left so that it's now black and white. And then I'm going to add levels. I'm going to make this a bit bright and light. So I'm going to bring this point here to the right a little bit. I'm going to bring this point to the left. So it's just a bit bright like that. And maybe bring up the shadow a little bit. Now for the second one, I'm just going to add levels. And I'm going to make it a bit lighter as well. Just slightly lighter. So at the moment, it looks like that. The next one is Glitch Transition. Now this one is slightly bit more advanced, but I promise it's still quite straightforward. So for Glitch, you just want to create a solid layer. And I'm going to call this Fractal because we're basically going to put in fractal noise onto the solid layer. And for the fractal noise to create a glitch, all you need to do is to change the noise type to block. And then open transform, make sure you uncheck the uniform scaling and make the width as wide as it can like that. And maybe reduce the height a little bit. And then we're going to bring up the contrast so that it's super black and white like that. You can even bring down the brightness or bring up the brightness. I'm just going to stretch out the width a little bit more. So about 4,000 there. And then you can also adjust the complexity. So the lower it is, the less complex it will be. So maybe like about there. And then underneath the evolution options, I'm going to add time expression onto random seeds. Alt click. And then time, stairs, I'm going to put in 20. Now once your fractal layer is done, I'm going to turn that off. And then I'm going to add adjustment layer. And I'm going to call this glitch. And then I'm going to add an effect called displacement map. Now you want to change the displacement map layer to your fractal. And then if you adjust the max horizontal displacement here, obviously nothing really happens. That is because you need to change the source here to effects and mask. And obviously you don't really want the glitch to go all the way like that. So I'm going to cut this adjustment layer like that. Just kind of like in the middle between the first and second footage. So the glitch acts as a transition between the two footage. And now as you can see, there's a bit of like black gap there. What you can do is to add motion tile. And then you can also mirror the edges. So it looks a bit more natural like that. The next one is a twist transition. So this is also similar to the zoom and wipe transition. All you need to do is to animate rotation. So I'm going to create 2 keyframes of rotation for the first layer here. I'm going to change the second keyframe to 1 times 0 degree. And then I'm going to pair my second layer to my first layer. So basically it's going to look like that. And of course, we're going to select all these keyframes and then hit Shift F for AE juice. I'm going to select the ease middle 03. And to make sure that it applies correctly, I'm going to hit Shift V to paste the ease. And then after that, I'm going to turn on my motion blur. So it's kind of like blurry like that. And then, as you know it, we're going to add motion tile to both of the footage. So I'm just going to adjust the output width and height and then select mirror edge. And then I'm just going to copy this effect and paste it onto my first layer. So that's another easy transition that you can do. My last one is a bulge transition. So create an adjustment layer. I'm going to call it bulge. And then again, I'm going to cut this short just in the middle between both of the footage. And then I'm going to add an effect called upstick compensation. And basically, I'm going to just bring this field of view up like that. And then I'm going to select the reverse lens distortion. And then I'm going to create some keyframes for the field of view. So I'm going to click on that stopwatch icon and then hit U on your adjustment layer. And then I'm gonna create about 3 keyframes here. So one at the start, one at the end, and one in the middle there. So for the start and the end, I'm gonna change the field of view to 0. And then I'm gonna select the middle keyframe and hit F9 to easy ease it. Now let's see how it looks like. I'm actually gonna extend this adjustment layer a little bit, just so that we'll have the effect a bit longer. And maybe I'm gonna bring up the field of view here, so a bit more intense. And then the last thing is I'm gonna add levels. And for levels, I'm gonna animate the histogram as well. So I'm gonna click on that stopwatch icon and then hit U on your adjustment layer so that we can see the keyframes. Same thing as the optics composition. I'm gonna create a keyframe at the start and keyframe at the end. Just make sure that both sets of keyframes are on the same location. And then also the middle keyframe, I'm gonna hit F9 to easy ease it. Now I'm just gonna go to the middle keyframe here. I'm gonna make this really bright. So I'm gonna bring this point to the left to make it brighter, and this point to the right to just make it a bit fader. You can go as intense as you want, and this is the results. So those are some of the easiest transitions that you can use for your composition. Hope that helps, and I'll see you next time.